Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer.
And this morning, we're going to talk about threads. To thread or not to thread? That's the question. Jen, what do you think?
Brand new platform. Isn't this happening a lot? I feel like in the last couple of years, new platform, new place. Uh, I started an account probably more on your nudge than anything. I feel like I've been more cautious because there's been so many new platforms and new places that I know enough to secure my name so that I have it. But for me, I never used Instagram or Twitter that much. And I feel like from listening to you, this is maybe a twist between those two platforms.
It really is. And I want to step back because Threads is really very new, launched on July 5th. And the thing that makes me laugh right now is there are already people running around as Threads experts.
Aren't there always?
But I really, this, to me, this is interesting. And what is making this different than a lot of the other platforms that have popped out of nowhere? Number one, on the downside, it's a meta product, and there are a lot of people that have said to me, "Oh no, I am not putting one more thing in a meta
Yeah.
basket." So I think they have to overcome that, and I don't know that they will. But on the other side, in the first day, they went to 30 million users. By the end of the first weekend, they were over 100 million. Twitter only has 250 million users, active
Wow.
users worldwide. That's the number I read. And right now, Threads is not accessible in the European Union because it does not meet some of their privacy standards. So
Wow.
that raises
Yeah.
questions there. Um, so all of that.
It was fairly easy to create an account because I just could pull over things that I already had on Instagram. So I created one for the brand and I created one, for me personally, but it's hard enough for me to manage Facebook and LinkedIn. For me, that I'm just like I can't add another one. But again, I was never really into Twitter or Instagram.
So I want to ask you because did you have to once you created your like I run both of my Instagrams from my phone and I can switch back and forth inside
Uh-huh.
the Instagram app. When you did that for your business, because every time I try to do it for the Instagram, it keeps putting me into my personal threads. Did you have to log out of threads to get the second one to come up?
That's a good question. I'm so new that like Wednesday, like I'm barely like I haven't even went back to it. All I did was create a profile. I'm that new to it, so I don't have an answer.
All right. Well, so I'm going to keep playing with that. And if you guys are curious about that, search somebody else.
Cuz we're not experts in something that's brand new and nobody is. They know enough to be dangerous, but don't we all?
Now, one of the things that I did like is that when you create your Threads profile, you have to have an Instagram account. Again, that
Yeah.
whole meta thing. But anyone who follows you on Instagram and anyone that you follow on Instagram is automatically pulled
Oh,
over into Threads.
okay.
And then I
Okay.
have a list of people who I follow who haven't come over yet.
Yeah.
But when they come over, I can follow them. I've got them
Okay.
sort of set up so they'll automatically follow. So if you were a big Instagram user, you automatically have a power base. So that's number one. Um, you can share a lot of the same things, but this really is mostly a text platform. I'll be curious to see um, if it starts to become a little bit more visually based.
Right.
As,
So has it
as
been more text heavy? Is that and is it still like the quick, like, spurty, kind of like how Twitter was?
It is a little bit longer. Twitter, in the early days, was 140 characters, then it went to 280. It's
Right.
a 500 character max now, which is nice because that's long enough to get an idea out of. Sometimes you have to thread two or three together, but you don't have one of 46 like you might have when you
That's what
on
I
it.
was, reading, just like that, it's different visually, like looking at it. You can follow it a little bit easier.
I think so. You can repost. Um, the thing that they have not done yet is you can't set up followers. So your news feed is a little bit driven by the same wonky Facebook algorithm.
Actually, it started with TikTok. So TikTok is the one that kind of started where it's not necessarily who you're following, it's what you're interested in. Then Facebook and Instagram copied that. So now it's not surprising to me to see Threads follow that as well.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a search function, so you can search for topics and themes. The hashtag doesn't work yet.
Oh, interesting.
So you can search for keywords, but you can't really search for hashtags.
Now, that was the only reason I had done Twitter at one point because I followed PPC chat and that was
Mhm,
every Tuesday at noon and it still is, but that
mhm.
was all driven by a hashtag.
Yeah. In terms of the content, at least that first week, the thing people were talking about the most
Yeah.
was threads.
Threads on threads?
Threads on threads. What do you think? What do you like? What are you posting? People were talking about the other platforms that they tried. What I'm starting to see now is a little bit more conversation about. I'm following more news outlets, so
Are you getting political? Is it getting political?
not yet. That's one of the things they were talking about the moderation is that they say
Yeah.
they're going to be a lot tougher on um, fact-based stuff, yes, but that nastiness. And it's interesting because I have not seen, um, I've seen what I would call snide remarks,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I haven't seen that bitter coming at you kind of stuff. So it's been nice. It's friendly. Um, because it's smaller and because I'm following a smaller community,
Yeah.
I actually see more of the content from my friends than I used to, and that makes it feel more like Twitter. But the thing as a business owner,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of people yet promoting their business. So for me, it's kind of awkward. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to.
Now, see, I saw someone else say that they have seen a lot of brands. So it's just interesting. Like, no matter where you go or you listen to, you're always going to hear like different stories. I think you definitely have to secure it again to make sure that you are able to secure your brand name, the name of who you are. I mean, it's just the same thing. I have a Snapchat. I've
Mhm.
opened that app maybe 5 times.
I- Absolutely. I think that's the trick is that you need to if you take anything away from this, get on. If you have an Instagram account, you can do it right from your profile. You just go in and click through the little at threads right under your name, and it'll take
Ah,
you
I
over.
downloaded the app. That's what I did is I
Oh,
went
you
through
know
the
what?
app process. Yeah.
And it may be that I had to do that for my first one. I don't have to do it for my second one.
There
Grab
you
your
go.
name. Grab your name. Own your name everywhere you go.
Well,
Um,
and social media, I mean, gosh, it's a new platform, new place, but it's not gonna go anywhere. You're still talking with people, so, you gotta get out there and talk for sure.
two things that are wonky that you need to be aware of. Number one, it is mobile only right now. You cannot do threads from desktop.
That was Instagram too, wasn't it? Or still is?
I can do Instagram from desktop now,
But
but
it
it
took
was
a
only
while.
it
Yeah.
did, and it was only a mobile app. And the second thing is that there's a glitch because
Oh,
they rolled it out, and then iOS released. iOS 17 beta.
Uh-huh.
Apple released iOS 17 beta. And every time I tried to attach a photo, it would kick me out of the app. So you actually have to go to your photos, save the photo, copy it, and then paste it into the thread. So you can still get photos into your thread,
Yeah.
but it's wonky. I'm sure that it will get resolved. But
Yeah.
that threw me. I'm like, wait, I can't put everybody else can share a photo. Why can't I?
It is interesting with Facebook laying off, 10,000 employees, and here we are opening up another social media platform. So it just shows they can still be innovative, with letting go so many employees. But
Well,
they're gonna have bugs because of that without
that
having the backup.
and there are no ads yet.
Oh, yeah. We know those are coming. That's what supports the money, unless they make it something that you pay for. And I don't see that. I know that's where Elon is trying to go with Twitter. I just don't see people doing that. It's going to be a small set of people. Social media, I feel like, is always going to be free. That's how you're going to get mass amounts of people. And maybe there's going to be upgrades or additional things that you can pay for. But I think the platform itself will be free. But that's just, my opinion.
Yeah, I think things like scheduling, I think the things that businesses want to do, integrate like um my for Publer, which is the scheduling tool I use to
Yeah.
schedule on Twitter, I'm paying an integration fee because they're being charged an integration fee from Twitter.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Money goes somewhere.
I think that's my decision as a business owner that I'm using that as part of my business. Now, is this getting me to rethink whether I'm going to continue to do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's like with Facebook, paying for the, I don't even know what it's called now, because I never even did it either, the blue check mark and
Yeah.
all of that, so,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
and but I think also there's something else going on here, and uh, Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have huge egos.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's enough advertising revenue in Facebook and Instagram to not have ads or not have a lot of ads to allow the Threads platform to catch on. It's like
Yeah,
it's like going in a retail area and Walmart goes in with really low prices and drives out all the little merchants.
yep,
And if they're doing that and they drive out Twitter,
yep,
he's got enough ego. I think he'll do it.
yep, I agree. Alright, well, I think we've got enough on this. So we say put a pin in it, but is this like, I don't know,
Let's
put a
tie it up
needle
with
in
a
it?
thread. Let's tie it up with a thread.
Tie it up with a thread, alright.
And if you're on Threads, definitely hop in and say hello and let's chat.
Alright, take care, guys.
Bye now.